And this can be stopped. But that baby is a killer.
Because Link is the baby daddy. But yeah, Jane is nuts. Maybe Terry never existed or something.
Yo, this is BZB. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the No Cap Recap podcast, brought to you by the Unfiltered Network. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the No Cap Recap. Did you miss me? No, episode 13 is BZB, and we got
Nene or
Nene.
Nene. What?
What's up, man? Yeah.
Is it 1993?
No, it's 2016. We back to 2016, 10 years ago when the Nene came out. When the Nene dropped.
Oh,
no,
that
Nene
Nene
dropped like 2013, something like that. Oh, you talking about like Shut Nene?
No, I'm like talking about like my grandma calling me Nene.
Oh, that's funny.
But I hated that period of the Nene because I just felt like
Don't call me Nene.
I got hit with these like all the time.
What's up, girl? How you doing?
right. Like, move.
Right. You got some coffee? Can I get some cream?
Right.
That's funny. You said, "Get it away from me! Get it away from me!"
I was so over that period, but
I bet.
Hey, we made it through.
We made it through. Guys, welcome to another episode of the No Cap Recap. If you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on Spotify and Apple Music, Apple Podcasts and stuff like that, we are going to talk about something so near and dear to our hearts, Paradise. If you haven't seen the 7th episode, we do got a lot of spoilers. So please watch the 7th episode and then come back. It's very fresh for me. It's very fresh for Nene. And we're going to be talking about some stuff, okay? Like who is Alex? What happened to that husband? Where was he
Where's
at?
that baby?
Who is the baby? Where's the baby?
Because I was so is the baby.
The grandmama is the baby, Jocelyn. I was trying to figure out, because this is the thing that I noticed. We just gonna jump right in real quick.
Right,
I noticed a lot of it's very fresh. Everything's very fresh. I noticed a lot of parallels, especially in the 5th and 6th episode. 5th and 6th. Like the 6th episode was the parallels of. I just don't want to call them. I'll call them chaotic. The chaotic bunch. So Gary and Jane, very chaotic, and
for sure.
You see what I'm saying? They don't even know each other, but they was very chaotic. The episode before that, it was the parallels of the babies. So the first baby that was born in Paradise, and then old girl baby. You see what I'm saying? So when that baby was born in Paradise, I'm like, and then Sinatra showed up. Did she steal the baby? Is that who Alex is? But it's only been 3 years though.
But that baby didn't get through.
Huh?
That baby, Annie's baby? Or are you talking about Calvin?
No. The baby that was born.
Let's just get into it. Okay, we just gonna skip weekends and we just dive directly into it. So if you have not been watching Paradise, you need to go on over to the Hulu. It's in season 2 right now. At 8 episode season. Season 1 primarily focused on like the what's going on. It was shot all in the bunker, so just kind of the idea and the premise in season 1 was that Randall, I will forever call him Randall, but Xavier Collins is his name in Paradise. That is Sterling K.
Brown.
Who is Sterling K. Brown?
Michael K. Williams.
Michael K. Williams. Okay. Wrong.
Wait,
black.
Is his name Sterling Brown? Yeah, Sterling.
Whatever. What is it?
Sterling K. Brown, not Williams.
Okay, Sterling K. Brown.
He's from the Loop too. How about that? I didn't know that.
And that's Niecy Nash's cousin.
Is it? Oh wow.
I
didn't know that.
Yes.
I know that's
y'all cousins. We all from
Yeah.
the motherland. But
Mm-hmm.
anywho, so Xavier is a Secret Service agent of President Cal Bradford.
Right.
And we don't know in episode one that they are living underground in like a bunker, but we find out towards, I think that was in episode one, that everything is not what it seems.
No.
Basically, it is a world that was created by billionaires,
Mm-hmm.
and only, I think they said 25,000 people
Yeah, I remember that number.
are down there, were made it from the normal world into the bunker, right? So
Yeah.
Kyle Bradford is the president. Xavier is his firsthand Secret Service agent. In episode one, we find out that President Kyle Bradford gets killed, and the whole central mystery in season one is figuring out who killed the president.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Xavier gets blamed for it because just of the timeline of when he was with him, he found him. He kind of got framed for it. But there are a lot of other players in that situation. And we
Tons.
find out, we are introduced to a character named Sinatra, whose real name is
Samantha, right.
Samantha Redmond. And Sinatra slash Samantha is a powerful billionaire who seems to be pulling the strings on all of this. It was her idea.
Yeah.
We find out in season one that she was, seemed like a regular Joe Schmo, and she just had a bunch of money. She had a family, and she lost a child. That will become important later on.
Yeah.
And she is there. Like, yes, they have a president. Yes, they have a government, but she clearly is the one that's making all of the decisions. And the
Making
president
it
is just
happen.
like,
Yeah,
who's,
exactly.
yeah, who's like front facing. Money, right?
Money is front
Money
facing.
equals power,
Okay.
right? So we go through this whole season. One of the big conflicts in season one is that Xavier had a wife, who did not make it into the bunker. And my partner likes to say it's because black women don't listen. But she, like, he said it's all her fault. But
Oh
she
my
was on a
god.
work trip when the big boom happened. And she was not able to get to where she needed to be in order to make it into the bunker. So Xavier is in the bunker raising their two kids. He was able to get his kids in, and she is out in the world presumed as dead because, when, I'm gonna just keep calling it the big boom. When the big boom happened,
That's a good name for it.
because it actually was, we see actually what happened on the day of in season two.
Yeah.
um like, all the electricity went away, any like access to any power went away.
Over with.
The world went through like a change in seasons where it got like crazy cold and then also crazy hot. They said like
Mm-hmm.
eventually the world would implode on itself, and that people would wish that they died in the initial big boom because of
Mm-hmm.
how things will be left behind, right? So all of
Sound
the
biblical.
resources will be gone. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's a lot of little nuggets up in there. And let me be clear, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on in this show. Like, I feel like at every turn, I'm like, I don't trust her. I don't
Right.
trust him. I feel like people gonna be coming back from the dead. I feel like people ain't really dead.
Oh, The
Um,
Walking Dead. Paradise.
I think it's some things that are just, we still don't know. Um, so season one ends off. We find out that the person that actually killed Cal Bradford is someone that was on the construction team, one of the hired hands to basically do all of the basic construction of
Oh.
building the
And then he
bunker,
turned into a
right?
librarian.
S- yes. Yes, he
Right.
was a
Okay.
librarian inside the bunker. Outside of the bunker,
He was a
it
construction
seemed
person.
like, yeah, he just kind of like he remember he had his friend, and then his friend got sick because a lot of the materials they were using to build the
Oh,
bunker.
right.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking it way back. This is just
Yeah, you
a
taking it
recap
way
for.
back. No, that's a great recap of the first season because I haven't seen the first season since it ended the first time. So I
And
forgot
see, I
about
had
all
to go
that.
back before season 2 started just to watch the last episode. But now I know that there have been little things that I missed in season 1. Now, with the information that I know now, I need to go back and watch. But I'm gonna wait till season 2 is over. But
Oh.
dude actually made an assassination attempt against the president at one point
But it was
and
foiled.
yes, miss and actually hit Xavier. But then he came back and he was successful in bludgeoning the president to death.
Ooh, bludgeoning is such a
Um,
great word.
bludgeoning.
We don't use bludgeoning often. Thank God that we don't.
I mean,
However, that's a
hopefully we don't.
right. That's a great word though. Wow, $10
If
word.
we
Good
do,
job. Good
thank you,
job.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so yeah, people were killed in the building of the bunker or whatever, and you got these 25,000 people that are living down there in what seems to be perfect conditions, right?
Right.
So perfect temperature, perfect amount of sunlight every day, um different kind of foods that are constructed just to give you exactly what your taste buds are craving. Every
Mm.
detail, every corner of this
Constructed is
space
also
has
a great
been.
word because it's not like it's
Yes,
grown or like
nothing
organically or
about it is
anything like
natural.
that. Yeah.
Nothing. They had a team of experts on the, I'm gonna say the payroll, but just on the job of making sure that this world was created perfectly for the people that were able to get through. What I don't remember, did they have a pre-populated list of who was gonna be allowed into the bunker, or was it just like first come first serve? Do you remember that?
I believe that it was definitely a list. 25,000 people out of the whole United States of America. It's got to be a list.
But then
Because if
you
it,
had people that snuck in, like the crazy librarian. But he took
yeah,
somebody's identity. That's the other thing.
right,
Yeah, he took
exactly,
somebody's
yeah.
identity.
Yeah, he took somebody's
Uh
because if
huh.
it was first come first serve, all the people in basically, and not even all the people, but whoever's closest to the bunker, just in Colorado, would have
Right.
just went.
True. True.
So
Yeah, and
if you
people.
made enough money, you was on that list. Okay.
Yeah, you got on them planes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, again, they were trying to frame Xavier for it. So there weren't supposed to be any weapons down there. Apparently, there were guns down there, and that was like the first time that we saw that what everybody thought was truly wasn't. So some of the other characters, Cal Bradford had a son. His
Jeremy.
name Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Jeremy. And Xavier's kids were James and Presley. Then there was Agent Nicole Robinson, who, with her funny looking self,
Oh,
is the mistress of, and that's, I'm sorry, Lord forgive me, but she is funny looking. She is a mistress of the president, and also one of the agents that are down there protecting him. We have Jane and Billy. So Jane and Billy are both other agents that are, on the
mm-hmm.
president's detail. We got Dr. Tarabi, who is like the psychologist who is behind, again, a lot of the little details that was just kind of put together in order to make everybody happy down there.
Mm-hmm.
And Cal Bradford's dad was a small character. You could tell that he was also a politician and he was connected with the power and the money.
Mm-hmm.
And he put his son Cal in place,
In position,
in
yeah,
the
for
right
sure.
rooms. Yeah, in the right rooms. Because he wanted to be a teacher. I forgot about that part. He wanted to be a teacher. He didn't want none of this. And his daddy was
Hmm.
like, yeah, no, you're going to do what I
You gonna
said.
right? You gonna be the
You,
president?
you're going to be a governor first, and then, we'll figure out when you're going to take your presidency.
Right.
So season 1 ultimately ends with Xavier having a confrontation with Sinatra in which he's ready to shoot her. Um, and I think there were actually two. Initially, Sinatra tells Xavier, "Hey, before you shoot me, your wife's still out there. Listen to
Right.
this."
Right.
Right? So there is a recording of Xavier's wife saying, "This is Dr. Rogers Collins, Terry Rogers Collins, and I'm looking for my husband and my 2 kids. I'm alive. If he hears this, he can come find me or whatever." And so she has this recording, which I think that might have something to do with Alex. Um,
Hmm.
And because Xavier hears that, he spares Sinatra because he had a gun to her head. He was ready to shoot her. But at that time, Jane comes on in. And we find out in season 1 that Jane is kind of playing both sides because although she is protecting the president, she has a romantic relationship with Billy and she poisons Billy and takes him out,
Hmm. Hmm.
her man, but also is playing the hell out of that role because
Hmm.
she made it seem like she didn't know what was going on to everybody that asked, whatever. Like Billy just ends up, they made it seem like he unalived himself. And she just covered every detail of the murder, so that it didn't look like she was responsible for it. So
Right.
in that confrontation with Xavier and Sinatra, Jane comes in, shoots her dead up in the,
Stern.
shoot him in the chest, I wet you. And only true ones actually get that one.
That's
And
funny.
season 1 ends. After season 1, and this is my first question to you, what did you think? Like, what was going through your mind after you completed season 1? We talked a little bit about like who you shared this show with.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
shared it with my dad. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'll throw him under the bus right now. And
right.
after the first episode, he said, "B, this is crazy. The sun is not really the sun, and they in a cave. This is
Mhm.
ridiculous." He was like, "Man, I don't know what you be watching, but I can't get into this one, B." I was like, "Man, you gotta watch it. It's
He
crazy." But
stopped.
oh yeah, he didn't. No, he didn't continue on.
What?
He was like, "Man, this too much like sci-fi, man. I can't get with this, man."
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me,
And
which I
normally,
understand.
I mean, sci-fi is not something that I go to, but this is also, I guess I should say, this is written by the same person that wrote This Is Us.
Yo,
And
show.
I know that's your favorite show. And I love that it immediately comes on Hulu right after Paradise goes off. And you can see a lot of similar elements, I would
Hmm.
say,
The
just in how they
bouncing
weave the
back and forth
characters
through the
through.
timelines and stuff.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else? I mean, what were your biggest takeaways?
Man, it was just a wild ride. I just love a really greatly like constructed show where things are really thought about and plot holes are very, 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 very small. If there could be, because people, they really taking their time, and you could tell they got like a team of writers was like, yeah, no, we can't do that because remember, like even though we on episode 8, remember back in episode 2 we said this particular
Mm-hmm.
thing, and that's gonna throw the whole story off. So I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And
it's
that's what's driving me crazy too, because I'm like, there will be references to things that happen that I'm gonna be like, I knew, like I
yeah.
knew there was something there.
Hmm.
But then the way season 1 ended, like remember it was something about the nut cheese or something. You remember that? It was something about the cheese fries. They had a certain kind of
That was kind of at the beginning of
cheese
the
on the
season. I feel
fries.
like, yeah.
No, that's how they found out that the lady that worked at the restaurant wasn't supposed to be down there. And she was down there with the dude who was the fake librarian. She was a fake waitress and he was a fake librarian.
Yes,
And she was supposed to
yes.
be allergic to the cheese or something. Yeah.
You think that's gonna
I don't
come
know.
back up?
Not the cheese, but that's just like an example of
Mm-hmm.
how little small details were
Even when
then.
when Xavier went to like that high school gym where they were doing the bartering and stuff like that, and he was like, "I'm looking for a car motor or something like that, or a
Oh
car battery,"
yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, you
Hmm.
would trade it for that pistol." And he was like, "Yeah, sounds like we got a deal." He's like, "I haven't seen a working car battery in the past 3 years. You get
And
now.
who are
You get
you?
on the get exactly."
And you got a gun. So
We don't
ain't
want no
nobody
problem.
over here
We
got
do
no
the
gun.
best we can. You better go on and get.
You sound just like like an
But yeah,
old black man.
it's little stuff like that. It'd be like you're not from around here, partner.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's season 1. So season 2, well, season 1 was really well received. So personally,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, well, there wasn't a lot of time in between the finale of season 1 and season 2 kicking
Thank
off. Maybe
God.
a few months. Yeah, but I feel like because it was so
Well, no, it
well
was like a
received,
year.
maybe it was not a year.
It was like in
It was
February that we were watching it last year.
really,
Mm-hmm.
wow. Man, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna
Maybe
fact
because
check
we
that.
just maybe because it shows like Euphoria and what's the one with the strippers? P Valley. We've been waiting for 10 years since before COVID for that to come back. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
January
it was a quick
26,
turnaround.
2025.
Jeez, Louise. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that still was pretty quick. And so season 2 came back
Mm-hmm.
and started out completely different than the storyline that we left off in season 1. So we
I
get some new
said,
characters
is this the right
introduced.
show? Am I watching the
Right.
right thing?
I definitely had a double and a triple take because I like although my girl that chick Angel was
That
in
chick
there, I'm
Angel.
like, what's happening here?
All right, I
So
said, hmm.
because they didn't even Xavier wasn't even in episode 1.
I don't think he was
I
in
don't
episode 1
think.
at all.
Yeah. So that was
So
strange.
wait. Before we continue, now that you've seen the 7th episode, do you feel like the first episode was wasted? I get it, she had the baby, understandable. Just get the baby to the. But now it's like, do you feel like okay, we didn't really have to? And some of the second episode, really,
So no, because Link is the baby daddy, right?
which is also Dylan. Dylan.
Yes. But we didn't find that out until this episode. So Link and I didn't get. Do you get the reference of the name Link? You froze?
Which is
Oh,
no. I was waiting till you
right.
finish. I was like, Link is Dylan, and Dylan
Right.
is the
The
son
Link.
of Sinatra.
Oh,
Is the
but now see,
Link? It is the Link, the missing link, my sister.
he
That's
is
why
the
they
Link.
named him
He is the
Link.
Link.
Dang, he was
Dang, you
saying this
jumping
Link.
ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm excited, but they call him Link because of Zelda. See, they were sisters. No, Link, Link because of Zelda, because he played the game and stuff. I'm still not understanding how he's the son though, because didn't he die?
Yes. Question 1. You play Zelda?
Answer 1, no. But he said that I don't like RPGs. I'm cool on that. Role player games. It's a lot of
Okay.
reading. I'll pick up a book if I want to read. Okay.
Okay. So is it a character in Zelda named Link?
Yeah, the main character, his name is Link, and he goes on.
Okay.
So the whole thing, he goes on like an adventure or something. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah. And Link, Dylan, is going on an adventure. So yeah, some
Okay,
similarities.
and there's a lot of things. Okay, so fast forwarding, we find out that there's like this confrontation with Sinatra and Link, right? Link is out. Season 2 is goes in between what's happening in the bunker and also what's happening in the outside world. So we open up in the outside world, seeing a little bit in episode 1 and 2 of like when the Big Bang happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Annie, this character, is introduced as it truly came out of nowhere. Like we see that she was in medical school, maybe she was a nurse, doctor, or something like that. And then she abandons that
She was going to
because
be a
her mother was
doctor.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
her
Her
mom was
mother.
sick or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so she stays home with her mom and gets a job at Graceland, which is the Elvis
Mm-hmm.
Presley house. And so she's
Mm-hmm.
like a tour guide of that, which I also think there's some connection to Xavier's daughter name being Presley.
Presley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Presley.
Um
Presley.
so she is actually at Graceland when the Big Bang happens. That chick Angel is a security guard there,
Right.
and they basically take Bunker in the Graceland home,
Mm-hmm.
Elvis's home. They live there. I forget how Angel's leg got. Oh, she fell. She fell and hurt
Yeah.
herself going down the stairs because they were just trying to take cover because they didn't know what was going on
Mm-hmm.
outside in the world. And so she hurt herself. I guess an infection set in and she eventually dies.
Mm-hmm.
So Annie's living in this Graceland home by herself. I don't remember if it said how long she was in there, but some guys show up to Graceland. So at this point, people in the world are basically creating like their own, dare I call them, tribes,
Yeah.
and kind of taking over different territories, right? So they're looking for
Mm-hmm.
food, they're looking for places of shelter, they're looking for
Shelter. Yeah.
clothes and all kinds of
Yeah.
things. So they wander on to Graceland. And actually, um, did Annie have a pistol? Yeah, she had that gold looking one that was the Elvis one or
Elvis's.
whatever.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
But she ends up seeing that it's friendly and ended up knocking boots with Link.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Link had his guys up in there or whatever, and they made her breakfast. They made her some kind of wild boar smelling like
Right.
bacon because she sure came down to eat that breakfast, didn't she?
Because she was in there for 2 days. That's why.
Right. Yeah. So they ended up knocking boots or whatever, and she gets pregnant. But before, like that night, I don't know how long they were there. Maybe a couple of
It was only a
days.
couple days.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but because they were their goal was to make it to the bunker or whatever, or just get as many people on their side and figure out what the heck is going on. He tried to get Annie to go with him. She didn't want to go, which I didn't understand that. Like, girl, he didn't made you food. You in here by yourself. Clearly, they are about that protection. And what you gonna do?
Right.
Like, what you gonna do? You just gonna stay here until you die?
Right.
But she decides she doesn't want to go with him. We find out she's pregnant. So
Mm-hmm.
she had his baby. Well, before she had a baby,
I'm finna say, yeah.
um, yeah, a lot happens.
Lie happened.
Xavier, the last scene of season 1 is Xavier in a plane
Episode 1.
saying, yeah,
Or your
was it
season.
episode
See, you
1?
saying the last. Okay, got you. Got
Episode of
you.
season 1. Yeah. Is Xavier getting in a plane
Right.
saying he was going out of the bunker to look for his wife.
Right.
And so he arrives back in the real world.
Like
I feel like
episode 2.
someone who does not watch this show is probably like, girl, what the hell are you talking about?
Nah.
Uh,
I feel like
but the
only
show,
the people only are like diehard Paradise fans will be watching this show.
Correct.
You
Correct.
know.
Um, but so he leaves out, he crashes, and he finds him. Some little kids find him, or whatever, because everybody is just out there living like savages. You can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
There is no real structure to the world anymore. So you got kids that are like, they stole his wallet and stole all kind of stuff.
Right.
Um, and so Annie meets up with Xavier. She helps him because he was knocked out and I think he had some wounds too. So her medical experience is coming in handy because she's able to, even with Angel, I feel like she was able to keep her alive as long as she could, considering how bad her wound was. But she does the same thing with Xavier. He realizes she's pregnant. They go on a quest because Xavier is standing firm. I'm going to find my wife. Okay.
Right.
So I'm here with you. Hey, girl, let's get some food, but I'm gonna be out because I gotta go to Atlanta. That's where my wife is.
Right.
And so she says, because Link made it clear that he was trying to get to Colorado. So
Yeah.
she's like, well, let me hitch on to you because and you need to get me to Colorado. And that pissed me off because, girl, you had a chance to go.
True.
You had a chance to be there, but now you want to hop on Xavier. And like at that point, I was like a little turned off from the show because I'm like, why he got to try to save her? Like, girl, you
Mm-hmm.
had
Mm-hmm.
options. And I just thought that she was going to be weighing him down because not only are you pregnant, like you're real indignant about what you want.
Using cuffs and
Um,
whatnot, and saying
yeah,
what you will and won't do. And I love that he pushed back. I
correct.
think it was episode 3 or 4. He was like, "It's a non-starter for me. I'm going to go find my wife before we go back to Colorado. We can
Yeah.
go,
And so you
however,
coming or what?
you're right, exactly. Thanks,
Yeah.
Doc.
So along the way, she has the baby.
Yeah,
But while having the baby, she passes away,
I thought you
unfortunately.
know what I thought though. I thought that the people that came in were
To help.
like trying to kill her. Yeah, because she kept saying stop, and and that lady was just like, "Well, I'm still in you. Hold on, I'm still there.
Mhm.
Hold on." And,
Yeah.
and she
Yeah,
said,
because
"I
she
said
couldn't,
stop." She couldn't pass the
but
placenta, and she kept
she couldn't
bleeding.
pass the placenta,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't even want him to try. Which that's strange to me too, and maybe
Mm.
that might be something else. Like
I didn't
they
think
were
about
working
that.
on it,
I
girl,
didn't
but
think
she
about
she
that.
just said no, don't do it or whatever.
And
And
she
she
also
had
said,
written
I knew that this was going to happen too."
right,
Like she
yeah,
wasn't gonna make it after the birth.
but she had written a letter also to the baby. Where is that baby? They better tie that up in episode 8. So now Xavier got this baby that he got strapped to his chest, still on his way to find his wife.
Right.
He eventually gets to wherever.
Wait, and he kept having flashbacks of Link. They need to tie
Yes,
that up in episode 8 too.
correct.
Cause
Because they have crossed paths at some point,
but
but
he
we
don't
don't
know
know
how
where.
exactly.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was strange. I forgot about that part. Um, and all right, so eventually he finds the place where his wife was at one point. So
Mm-hmm.
the day that the Big Bang happened,
Mm-hmm.
she and I found it weird that both of them are taking care of these little white kids. But
Whose
there's
white
this
baby is
little
that?
exactly. Um, she
Oh God.
was like all the cars stopped working. And so she was just kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's mass hysteria happening around, and she sees this kid in the road, and she's like, "Come here, whatever. I'm gonna help you." We see that that kid was someone who was being raised by drug addicts.
Gary. Oh, sorry. Yes, yes, yes. Right.
Yeah. So in his normal life, his parents were not really paying attention to him too much. They seemed like they were
No.
on drugs, and there was a mailman, Gary,
Yes, Gary.
who he would see on his route. And
Mm-hmm.
the mailman just checked in with him when he would see him, like, "Are you okay?" Whatever. And so the day when all of the stuff was happening, the mailman was like, "You come with me because clearly your mom and them not getting up, okay?"
Exactly.
And he didn't want to leave him out there, so he went with him. As this is happening, we see Terry Rogers Collins, Xavier's wife, and she connects with the little boy's name is Bean.
Bean.
And Gary. So they create a little family. Gary with his crazy self. They create a little family. We going through all the deeds, but this show is jam packed. Okay. They create a family. They use everybody's talents to survive, and they survive for 3 years.
Yeah,
3
it was 3
years.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. So Terry is a mycologist, which is a doctor of mushrooms.
Right.
And so she was
one of the
able to
dudes was like, "Oh, that's perfect. That's just what we need."
Yeah, but it ended up being useful because she was able to like create fuel and oil and all kind of stuff.
That?
But I mean, on the surface, like, girl, mushrooms,
right?
What? And they had a mailman. The mailman did some research that I guess pre-World War II, a bunch of mail,
like post offices.
Post offices, that's the word I was looking for. Post offices were bunkers for like, different bombings and stuff. And so they took home in a post office and they survived there for a while. And they were a family. During this while, Gary creates a radio, like builds a radio for Terry, because Terry, like, it seemed like the first year or so, all she was doing was waiting for Xavier to come get her. And I mean, if I know my man, he coming, like, I'm not like, yeah, y'all cool and all, but like, he gonna be here in a minute.
Yeah,
so she was giving off a lot of that, and they didn't really, one person, Ennis, in particular, didn't really fool with her because he's like, okay, we have stuff to do here, and you just sitting around being sad.
Is that
waiting
why
on him?
He didn't like her? Okay, I was trying to understand why he didn't like her. Okay, got you.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think he respected what she brought to the table anyway. But then, like, you just kind of in the way. And Gary told her that, like, yeah, you got to pull your weight around here because and killing people wasn't about nothing. Like, they didn't have no conscience. Okay, we all out here dying. So what's one more?
Right.
So, again, she has this relationship with being a little kid, and so the radio. So he built her the radio.
Then
that's how she was able to record. I know. Oh yeah, he made it awkward because he made this radio for her, but then as he gave it to her, he like leaned in, and then he like put his hand kind of, he did a little something. He groped her.
I didn't see
and she
that.
was like, now hold on now. Thank you for the radio. But I think the line was like,
I'm gonna give you everything that I got, but I cannot give you that.
I can't give you that.
I wrote that as a quote. That was a good one. That was a good quote. I'm gonna give you everything. She said, okay. He was like, okay, we can be to friendship. She said to partnership, but not that though. Right. We ain't gonna be knocking no boots, okay?
No, because my man coming to get me.
Right.
Meanwhile, he didn't knock the boots. Xavier did with Dr. Tarabi. Did he just kiss her?
No, they was in the shower together.
Oh yeah, they
boots was off, but if the boots was still knocking, even though they was off in the shower.
Do you think he gonna tell her?
I don't think so. Maybe he does. I don't know.
But that's the patriarchy, because he ain't gotta tell her. Whatever.
I mean, if the roles were reversed, I think she would have took that to the grave too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if she.
I mean, at this point,
it's a very odd situation, to be completely honest. And a lot of people were left in the dark. You ain't even. it let's just say it was summer, then it started snowing where it never even snowed before, like got below
Right.
zero. You know what I'm saying? So
Completely
I,
different world.
it's so it's like I don't know.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. So we're getting up top. We're almost there, y'all. We almost there. Um, so where we could give our predictions. So Xavier eventually finds Gary, and Gary
Yes.
tells him, she was my best friend. She
Mm-hmm.
was my homie, and they took her away. And he like, who took her? Like, whatever. And I don't think he ever really explained who. Back it up and jump and right foot stomp. Um, there was a train that was coming into town that Ennis, the one who did not like Terry,
Terry.
said, "Oh, I think he started to warm up to her or whatever, and he liked her, and he was like, wow, the train's coming. She can get to Colorado." Probably if she hop on the train or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
Gary didn't, he took that personally.
He said,
And
now,
so
what's up with all these bright ideas? Now, hold on,
right,
Ennis.
right.
What you talking about now?
And he proceeded to bust a cab
Yeah, he murked
immediately.
them.
And murked him right
Murked
away.
them. Yeah,
Cause he like, don't be trying to take my woman away. Meanwhile, she's not even
exactly.
your woman.
Exactly. I do
So
like the
now Enos
misdirection
is
that they
dead.
threw in there, though, because even before that, when they was talking about the radio, and how he busted it up, Ennis busted it up, and now that I'm thinking about it, Gary probably, but no. Well, he admitted to
Yeah,
it. Ennis did admit to it,
Gary
actually.
totally did that.
But Ennis
Totally did
admitted
it.
to the radio though later, before he
Did he?
got killed. Before he got killed, before they went to the trains, he was like, "Hey, I just want to say sorry about the radio." And then she was like, that's all we talking about." And he was like, just one more thing, like, I think I was jealous of you because you have somebody to love so like deeply or something like that, and I just don't
Oh,
have that. So
yeah.
I think he really did bust it up. That's what I'm saying. They threw a lot of misdirection, thinking that Ennis was the one that sold everybody out. Because another thing that
Right.
Gary was like, yeah, they came and took Terry, but they came and took all of them. What you mean they came and took? Why are you the only one that's
And
left
why
if
they
they
ain't
came
take
and took?
you? Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But then, like, when they covered the time over the last 3 years or whatever, you see that some people did voluntarily leave.
Orange is the
But
new
they obviously
black.
didn't.
She
Yeah,
got
they
up
did.
out of there.
Who? Which
The
one?
black girl. She's from Orange is the New Black.
No, that's not her.
Ain't that her?
I thought
That
that was
is
Niecy
her.
Nash's wife. That's Niecy Nash's
No,
wife.
girl. No.
It's
No, that
not
ain't Niecy Nash
Pusey.
wife. Yeah,
You
that's
talking about
that's
Pusey?
yeah.
That's not. That was not Pusey.
Girl, yes it is, girl.
Bad money. Bad money.
This is virtual. I can't do it virtual now. Hold up now. Tendonism.
It's
Hold
not.
on. Okay.
Oh Lord. Go ahead, look it up.
What was it? Paradise.
This is where you enter the music.
Right. I don't know how to spell that. Okay, keep
Pusey.
talking.
You know how to spell Pusey.
You know,
So
that's funny.
yeah, so the radio got busted up. Ennis is dead, and now Gary and Xavier are standing there, and Xavier's like, "Okay, well, where is she?" So they devised this plan to get her back. And so Xavier's like, I'm gonna create a bomb. I am going to create a diversion, and then I'm gonna run up in there and get her. We're gonna run up out of there.
Right.
Now, did you find what you was looking for?
I don't think that was
Because I
her.
went, I
I
went.
thought that was her.
That's not.
Who played her then? I'm so
I
confused.
think
Okay.
that was Niecy Nash's wife. Is that Jessica Betts? Is that the name?
Paradise. I don't think that's her neither though. That's what I'm saying.
We stereotyping like a mug.
Uh,
But anywho,
anywho.
So yeah, Xavier creates this bomb and he actually goes through with that. But it's so much. So he had the baby
Gary.
still. And he
No, no,
would not
no.
let Gary hold that
Right,
baby.
right, 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 right. I did write
He
that
would not
down.
let him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he told him, he was like, something ain't right with you, Gary, and I don't know what it is
And
just
you better
yet.
tell me sooner than later. That's what you better do,
Yeah.
Gary.
But then it was like like he knew he didn't trust him. And so when it worked
Mm-hmm.
out the way that it did, no one was surprised. You shouldn't have been surprised. You said you didn't, it was something that was like dishonest about him or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
he actually left the baby with the two of the ladies that were in the family with Terry over at the flea
Mm-hmm.
market.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
and like he wouldn't even, again, he wouldn't let anybody touch the baby. That's as far. So like for him to just trust enough to leave the baby with them and that the baby was gonna be fine. And do you think he gonna go back for the baby?
Yeah, he went back for the baby. He already went back for the baby.
Well, did he?
They was on the train
With the baby.
with the baby, I believe. Yeah.
I didn't see the baby, but okay. So he gives Gary the detonator for the bomb. Gary very much so in love with Terry still. Um Tries to set it
I'm
off and
sorry.
kill Xavier.
That's not Poussey. That's the girl from 20s. That's where I remember her from. She from 20s. Another really good show. It's only one season on BET. My apologies. They kind of look similar a little bit. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I bet
But
they
you
did.
wasn't right either. Talk about Jessica
I
Betts.
wasn't. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong. I said we stereotyping
That's
like a
funny.
bug. But so yeah, so the detonator goes off and Gary is trying to take Xavier out. Luckily, he was able to get rid of the bomb in enough time where all it did was blow him away.
Yeah.
You like that? It blew him away
Right.
and knocked him unconscious. But when he comes to, he sees Terry running towards him, and it's like, yes, she's alive.
Yeah, and I'm glad it worked out like that because they were allies anyway. All of the people that had the guns pointed at Xavier, they were allies. So if it
Right.
would have killed, he wasn't trying to kill him, but had Gary not, you know what I'm saying? Because Xavier is really good at what he does, so it could have killed
Right.
everybody actually. So
Right.
yeah,
And he like that, and what they said was like he obviously know what he's talking about. First off, he came up in here with this bomb looking for you. And he has information about the bunker, and that's just all what we trying to get
yeah, we
to.
trying to
So
get to anyway.
it
Exactly.
doesn't work. It doesn't work
Mm-hmm.
for us to try to harm him. So they get some information from him. And then this is the most, oh, Jane. So back in the bunker, Jane, who is now like head detail for Sinatra.
Oh yeah, right.
Crazy. Coup
Yeah.
to the coup.
Episode 6 was called Jane. That's why I say juxtaposition of the chaotic. I won't call them crazies between Gary and Jane, but yeah, and we see a little bit of her background. The fact that she had some imaginary friends when she was a little bit older, and her mama was like, "Now hold on, now," because it opens up with the Circuit City guy. He keeps getting a page. Who was the page from? That's what I want to know.
Alex. It was from Alex.
Huh? Now hold
It
on,
said
now, because
Alex.
I thought Alex was the baby. I thought Alex was the baby that was born in Paradise, the first baby that was born. Now
No, that
who
was
the hell is Alex?
Calvin. That was Calvin. The baby's name was Calvin. I remember that. I have it in my notes because I wonder if like Calvin and Cal are in some way connected. But
So we really don't know who Alex is then.
we don't. But Alex, I think I remember whatever was coming across the pager or whatever when they were
Right.
saying it's a crazy baby being born or whatever.
She's a killer.
It was from Alex.
It was from Alex. Okay, that
And
that
so
checks
I
out.
wonder if Alex is like Siri or something, or if it's like some kind of like AI, or
You
if
remember in
Alex
like
is an actual person.
You remember in the Power Rangers, what was his name? Zordon. He was like, that's
Yeah.
Alex. And she was going down through that trolley going, 75 miles an hour. And she's like put on
Right.
that blue coat. I could imagine
Yeah.
that Alex would be in that Zordon type of thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I
I
don't
like to
know.
think of it as the Wiz.
All right.
Remember the Wiz?
Richard Pryor.
Right. He was back in there. Enter Euphoria.
Right.
Um, Connections all over the place.
Who is
But
Alice though? Yeah, but yeah. So I mean, yes, she needed to see a psychiatrist early
early.
on because I guess her mom had a boyfriend and they was in the sauna and she was like, okay, I don't want to do that. Okay, I'll do it. And then she locked them in there and turned them up to air fryer. And I was like, now hold on now, girl.
She was trying to burn him to a crisp.
And then the mama, she finally let her out, and then the mama pushed her in there. Now, what do you think that's
So
going to do? That
both of
wasn't.
y'all.
Well, both of y'all need to talk to that lady. What's wrong with you?
Yes.
Okay, anyway.
What was her friend name? Climby.
Right, climbing. Oh, and then also in episode 6 happens, insert Sterling K. Brown's wife, real wife in real life.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Ryan
her name.
Michelle Bathay.
Yeah, there we go. That's such a a
Mm-hmm.
Creole type of name. But
It is.
yeah, all of it realistically, not to take your partner's side, and I ain't making this about gender, nothing like that. But we wouldn't even be here if she would have cut her off right there, because she said some things have come up in your past. She said through your mental evaluation. She said, "Yeah, I had a tough shot." She said, "I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
We gonna
Yeah.
promote you because you is woman. I am every woman." You know what I'm saying?
Is that but you know what that gave to me? It gave a B613 vibes from Scandal. Yeah, we can use as messed up of your background. The more messed
The
up,
more,
the better.
the better. Actually, yeah, for sure,
Right?
for sure.
And look at her now. She
Do
worked
you
her way
think
all
she's
the way
gonna
up to
come
being
back
with the
and?
president.
Oh boy, do you
And
think that she's gonna come back to episode 8? Ryan
Jane, I don't
Michelle,
think she did.
Stacy.
No,
No.
I think she
Stacy, not Jane.
no, because she was in the real world, right? She wasn't in the bunker.
Oh yeah, she was in the real world, and then when she came with that box, she said, yeah, Sunday night dinner is canceled. Did you hear about the news?" She said, yeah. So you gonna get that promotion, right? She was like, "Huh, girl, what you talking about?"
No, I feel like we have to say that, like Jane's whole thing. Or no, what was Ryan Michelle Bethay's name? Shelly,
Stacy.
Stacy. Stacy was trying to get a promotion. She kept getting looked over for a man. They had the same credentials, whatever, blah blah blah. She said the only reason was because he had a penis.
Yeah.
And Jane,
She said, "Don't worry about
crazy
that.
self,
Hold my beer. I got you. Hold on."
she went and cut it off, put it in the bag, and was like, "So, yeah, now
And
that
she
he
looked
doesn't have it,
mortified.
that means you got the
Right.
gig,
Do you
right?"
start on Monday? Actually, do you start immediately?
And that was like, oh yeah, Jane is cuckoo
She probably ended
for
up killing
Cocoa
her
Puffs.
too.
I could see that. But she did have an attachment to women because she had it with the therapist. She has it with Sinatra. Like Sinatra, remember that
I
she
didn't
got
think
her the
about that.
Wii, or she got her the
The
what's
switch.
the
I just
game?
thought that was because of Arrested Development, though. Because when she was
Remember she told Sinatra's daughter, like, your mom is so cool. Like,
when she first, yeah, that was in that last episode, yeah. But I think that's because she's still like a child that is a
yeah,
serial killer. You know, she's just stuck at
yeah,
that. Because why would you be so excited for a game? You know what I'm saying? That
yeah.
happened in
I
season
mean,
one too.
yeah, that's how they weren't on their job when the president
Oh
got
yeah,
killed, because
that's
they was down there playing the Wii. Billy.
right, Billy. Right, exactly, exactly.
But yeah, Jane is nuts.
Yeah,
And so in the most recent episode, we're
episode
at the
7,
most recent
and we could
episode.
go over a little bit. I'm cool with that.
Like go over? What do you mean? Like keep
We at
talking?
50. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. Um. So episode 7 of season 2 opens with.
Getting
Is
the
this when
tour of
we
the
see?
infrastructure of Colorado and
Oh
how it
yeah,
all
yeah.
works. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Cal is going down there asking for the most basic version of what this means. So all the oxygen up in here.
Right.
Okay.
He said
So
the
yeah,
nuclear reactor. He said caveman. Explain it to me
right.
like a. He said hot air, cold air, oxygen. Perfect. Sounds
Yeah.
good to me. He said hot water, cold water. Sound good.
So they talked about the air and like what would happen if there was a fire in that area. And he just kind of kept throwing out what ifs. And the guy was like, well, we kind of are prepared for all potential outcomes. And he's like, what happens if they all happen at once? And he's like, well, in the very, very minute chance that something like that does happen, we'll be all right. And
We'll
meanwhile,
be
Sinatra's in
alright.
the back. Yeah. But later on in the episode, Cal goes through like this monologue of like all of the great empires, right?
Yeah.
And how
How they
they
feel.
all eventually fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even down to he talked about the bulls.
I said not too much on the Bulls now. Hold on. He said they
No,
ain't been to the playoffs since '98. Okay, all right, calm down.
like I was like, damn, man, like they ain't been to the finals. But
To the finals,
how
right?
different empires tend to implode on themselves,
Yeah.
no matter how like they reach the highest of heights, right? He talked about the Mayans. He talked about
The Roman Empire.
just the Roman Empire. Yep, and them trying to create something, and I guess he was just trying to prepare for
Mm-hmm.
how this all could end,
Mm-hmm.
right? Worst case scenario kind of stuff. So this episode actually brings us to worst case scenario stuff trying to happen. So Presley and Sinatra's daughter link up. They're trying to figure out what is Sinatra's role in all of this.
Yep.
Sinatra's daughter clearly did not even like she asked her mom, like, are you
Oblivious.
Sinatra?
Right.
And
What does
mind
that
you,
mean, Mom?
nobody called her Samantha until did you notice this? Did you know who called her Samantha for the first time?
Who called us Samantha for the first time?
Link. Link. When they met up,
Oh.
so Link and his guys are like outside of the bunker, and they've been
Right.
out there showing signs saying like, we know y'all in there, come talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to talk or whatever. And so Sinatra is getting ready to go and talk to them, and when they finally meet each other, he says, Samantha, whatever. And I don't think anybody in the entire show has called her Samantha the entire time.
Wow. That's a great
So
catch right
that
there.
was, yeah, yeah. And so, man, it's so ironic for the most recent episode to be the one that I'm drawing a blank on, and I watched it twice. What else from this most recent episode happened?
Okay, so let's see. He tells a story about the pajamas, flashback to Xavier. Okay, so we go back to Terry. Excuse me. Go back to Terry and Xavier. And oh right. So Terry gets a note from Gary. I have been, please come home. Crazy. What you talk about, come home? So Xavier's like, come on, we're going, and this is when he starts to fill her in on what's going on. He's like, yeah, she's like, so how's Cal? So he's dead. Yeah, he ain't here no more.
Yeah.
And they finally make it back to the roof, and he's like, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. I don't think he got a weapon, but if he does, he got it close. So I'm gonna just go ahead, bing bing. Then we go down and get, and she's like, murder. And he's like,
Right.
listen, girl, a lot done changed. Okay, I gotta fill you in on a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
She's
I thought
like,
it was cute too. They were talking about Presley having a boyfriend.
yeah,
And she found out that it was
right.
Jeremy.
It was Jeremy.
And that was in the same conversation where he's like, yeah, stuff is just different down there. Cal gone, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
just out here living.
We just out here living. So she objects
Mm-hmm.
to Xavier murdering Gary, even though it's not really a murder, whatever the case. She said, I'm going to go down there, and I didn't get this far by like being naive. She's like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
really agree with it, but there you have it. So
And she
she,
actually put her body in between
she
him.
was in the line of fire, yeah, for sure.
I was so scared. I
Yeah,
was
because I
so
thought
scared.
his trigger finger was gonna be a little itchy, but he was able
Mm-hmm.
to compose himself, and thank God that Bean was out of the shot completely. He was out of the building, So if anything did happen, it wouldn't happen to Bean. Not that he wants to shoot his wife, but worst case
Right.
scenario.
Yep.
Um, yeah. So Gary lives. I'm actually very surprised that he didn't get murked, because had it been me, soon as you came out the door, we was waiting for you at the
Right.
door. You
Yeah,
know what
literally.
I'm
Right. Yeah.
saying? Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Oh, the therapy. Something else that happens. The therapist does start to, or doctor, I can't remember her name,
So
starts
Robbie.
to get, yeah, she starts to get kind of spooked because she's taking a shower, and she's like, is she in here? And I think she really was in here. I think Jane was in
Right.
there. So she dodged the bullet, and they say emergency meeting. She walks out the door, and Jane is there. Hey, do you need a ride, girl? No, not from your creepy ass. Okay, get up out of
Right.
here. I'll walk. She said, I'll walk. She said, well, if I need you, I know where to find you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Jane is nuts.
Then we go to the prison where Jeremy, the engineer, and Robinson start to
Try to break out.
jailbreak.
Like,
Right,
where y'all
exactly.
going?
And there was some quotables in here, because he was like, Jeremy said, I don't need any help from my dad's side piece or something. And
Right.
she's like, boy, okay, I will flip you in
Who,
two.
who you
Okay,
talking to?
who you
Yeah.
talking to?
I was watching do you watch the podcast that
I
comes on
don't.
afterwards? She was the guest on this most recent one,
Okay.
and that's what they talked about. Like, kind of in this episode, you see her truly as herself, like with
Mm-hmm.
zero F's to give, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
boy, bring your ass on. You know you can't break out here without me.
Right. She says,
Like,
and when they finally make it into where they need to make it to, she said, your dad hurt me in 1,000 different ways, but never on purpose. And you are nothing like your father. You up here trying to be this freedom fighter. You ain't. Okay.
you ain't tough.
You ain't. Okay. Okay, cool. So they were able to get Bean. Now they have 2 white children. Okay, so Dylan Link is able to get into the bunker and everything like that, and they get on the plane. He said if this is going to happen anywhere, it needs to happen on Air Force One. So they're talking and
Yes.
everything like that, and I don't really remember this conversation well. He said he wanted a generator or a greenhouse. He wanted access to something, and
Right.
he was like, and I want to talk to Alex, and she's like, stop saying that name.
Uh-huh. He said, like, he noticed that, remember he asked for apple pie?
Yeah.
And I think apple pie is gonna come to mean something.
Okay.
But through that, he was like, the apples are fresh. So there must be some kind of greenhouses down here, whatever. You had to use butter, so there's refrigeration here. Flaky crust. So he was like using that as I guess his way of figuring out what y'all really have access to down here. Meanwhile, we out
Right.
here in the world just with
Struggling and scrounging and whatnot.
wolf fur on our back trying to figure out how to get up in here. And you
Right.
on a private plane.
Right.
But he also in that section said a lot of things that, and this is with me looking at some of the like threads on social media, he said a lot of things that like made it weird about how old he is, right? So eventually she asks him how old he is. He says 26. earlier in the episode, Sinatra and her husband make a reference to Dylan. He would have been 26 now, right? Their son, right? And the daughter says that because she knows all the passwords to things because it's her dead brother's birthday, which was May 16th from March 16th, one of those. And so he says something about Brad Pitt movies, and like Brad Pitt is in all the movies, or he eats in all the movies, or something like that.
Right. When he's doing the
and also when he was with Annie, it was like he didn't know about Instagram. She asked him something about Instagram. He didn't know what that was. So it's weird. I'm like, do he got Benjamin Button? Like, is he aging backwards or what's going on? But it's that's gonna come to mean something
in the season finale.
Yeah, and I think it's Alex is gonna have something to do with time travel or like some kind of like alternate travel world.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Let me tell my dad about this one. Oh man, he's gonna blow his top on that one.
He just gotta watch the episode. His mind will literally be blown if he just watched it.
I feel like my mind is gonna be blown for the finale. Yeah, that's crazy.
The nosebleeds.
Yeah, they got nosebleeds at the same time.
And
wait,
did you?
No, go ahead. Did you what? Did you what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
So they got the nosebleeds when she realized when remember the guy came in and called him Dylan. She was like, "Oh, your name Dylan, whatever. When's your birthday? Whatever."
That's when everybody upped the poll on everybody. It said, "Okay, now hold up." Mm-hmm.
Correct. Her nose started bleeding. His nose started bleeding. Did you notice that Xavier's nose started bleeding when they were in the train? I think Terry did. I think Terry is Dylan. And Terry died in the real world. And Xavier...
Girl, hold on. Hold up. I think
she's gone. I think it's just like a memory.
Hold on. So say that again. You think Terry is dead? Why? Because his nose was bleeding?
Because, but her nose wasn't bleeding. Her nose wasn't bleeding.
So you don't think that's due to altitude of like Colorado? Like, because I could be reaching. I don't know. I know they got like high altitudes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, when I was in college, we played in Colorado. Damn near died.
Oh yeah, everybody damn near does.
For real.
Them mountains ain't no joke. So okay. So they was on the train. So Xavier's nose starts to bleed, but Terry's nose don't bleed. So then you saying in the bunker, Dylan or Link nose start to bleed. Then Sinatra's nose start to bleed. Yeah. But you're saying that who's dead? So wait, by that logic, Link would still be alive though.
Link would still be alive.
Dylan would still be alive. If you're saying that Terry is dead because her nose is not bleeding, his nose was bleeding, and Sinatra's nose was bleeding. See what I'm saying?
But maybe Terry never existed or something.
What?
Like maybe she never existed, really. Okay. I'm sorry.
Even Dolce is scared of this. It's like, what is going on right now?
I know. It is dark in here. And you can't see.
What? So that's your prediction. Terry has been dead this whole time.
Some ain't right. Terry's not. She's not who she seems to be, or she's not. Maybe she's Alex. No, I don't know. I don't know. But we need to know who
Terry
Alex
is. Jane. What?
And it's a reason.
Wait. But why did you say time travel? That's never come up before. What made you say that?
Because there's only been how many years since they've been in the bunker?
Right.
3 to 5.
Right.
And if Dylan died when he was 8, how is he 26? Standing in front of us.
If Dylan died when he was 8, then how would he be 26? Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And why doesn't he, like, if he died when he was 8, how do he know about Brad Pitt movies? No, like
Okay.
there's a
Okay.
little things that he say that's like, how old is he really?
Because he had a college ID with no hair,
But it didn't.
with no beard.
And it didn't have any real information on it.
This is deep. I ain't thought
And
about this.
when did Xavier meet him?
When did Xavier meet him? Well, he said that he was like, it's like almost like a fragment of a dream, like it's happened, but he can't really place his finger as to where. So was Annie really pregnant?
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. But Jane get popped. She got murked by Dr. Sarabi.
Because she got right, exactly. Because she got smart. I think she did. She for sure did. She did. She ain't gonna be in the 3rd season to pair. Well, if she is, it'll be as a ghost, like Cal.
We cannot bring ghosts.
Not a ghost, but you see what I'm saying? Like Cal was in season like 2. He got killed in first. Yeah, he got killed in the first season. I think it's funny though that you were talking about what if all of these things bad happen at the same time. And it was like, I mean, it'll be just fine. But when they start cutting that oxygen at the same time, the people upstairs was like, lock the doors, and then it's like system override.
So are they gonna suffocate? And
no, the door is open.
Oh, it is open right now,
and the train coming.
The kids, Presley and Sinatra's daughter, they stuck in the elevator somewhere.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen with them? Where's that son? We ain't even seen him this season.
he's still
he's somewhere reading.
He's wait. Whose son? Which son? Which son?
James in the Giant Peach.
We definitely did see him. He was eating breakfast pizza. Girl, where you been?
Ain't nobody told me nothing. I ain't seen him in a long time. But do you think they are setting up for, and this is the last question, do you think they're setting up for Sinatra not to be a bad person? Like, did she do all of this? Because remember when she saw him, she was like, it worked. Or like, she gave the impression that
because their marriage was
pretty
bad.
Yes.
And she was ready to drop them draws.
She was ready to drop them draws. And she said, I get the impression that Dylan's happy too or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, did she orchestrate all of this so that she can still have her son? But from afar in a whole different world? I don't know.
That's a different world, like Cree Summers. Summers.
Legit.
What I will say is I haven't thought this deeply into something since Inception. Okay, you ever seen Inception?
Oh yes,
a dream within a dream within a dream. So you got
and
this whole time travel right in one more dream. Or Tenet. You ever seen Tenet?
Never saw that one, but
dog, Tenet is so crazy. Tenet is crazy. Tenet is crazy.
I don't know.
That's all I got to say. Are you going to watch Tenet?
We're going to find out next week.
Would you watch Tenet? It is like a...
Probably not.
So basically, that's another one I told my dad about. He was like, because the little boy and the grown man were the same person that met in the middle of the movie. And he was like, what is going on, right? And that's basically what you said. You said Dylan and Alex is the same person in a parallel time universe. Danny Glover. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
And what happened to that Circuit City man?
He probably in a mental institution because they said,
he grabbed her and was like, "Yo, baby,
that baby is a killer." Right. And this can be stopped. but that baby is a killer. Say, get off my baby.
Yeah.
And why they
But
just
then
leave
she
her?
told her, like,
Yeah, that
then,
man was
then she
right.
told her later on, like, he was
That
right
man
about
was
you.
right. That man was right about you. I should have
He
listened to
was.
him.
And Alex told him. Alex told him. But on that note, I
Who's
mean, the predictions, who knows what's going to happen in season 8? But we're going to
Lord?
find out on Sunday at 11 o'clock. I will be tuned in right at 11. It's really hard for me to watch it on Sundays. But for this one, I will be on spring break. So I'm going to stay up.
Wait,
I'm
when
going
you say
to drink some
11,
coffee.
11 p.m., sister.
Yeah, come on, 11 p.m.
Oh,
On Hulu.
oh, okay.
You
Well, I might have to catch
now
it
you can stay up
Monday
one night.
morning. Okay, I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Well,
We
I'm
can
gonna be
watch it.
tuned in.
I can't even promise that I'll watch it live. I can't. I watch it with you on the rewatch. How about that? When you rewatch it, I know
Okay.
you're gonna rewatch it. Then we go from there.
Yeah. If you're listening this long, give us your predictions about Paradise
Please put it in the
because
comments. Let us know.
is the grandmama the baby?
Is the grandma the baby?
Who knows?
who is
But
Alex? Who is Dylan? Who is Link?
yeah.
Is Link the son? Where the
Where is
husband
that
was at?
baby?
Where the husband was at this whole time for the last 7 episodes?
Which
Sinatra's husband.
Oh yeah, we ain't really seen too much of him.
He been taking the daughter to school. That's it, and come back home.
Wait. Okay, so you sure that they had the baby on the train?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my name is right now, Danae. I don't know
sure,
nothing.
right? I'm not sure.
I
I'm
don't
about
know
to go
nothing.
rewatch it now because my partner ain't watched it, so
He didn't watch.
I
He
don't
didn't watch
know.
what, the last episode
He hasn't
or
watched the
any
most
of it.
recent episode.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he is very much so up on it. He just ain't. He might be back there watching it now, honestly, but I'm gonna rewatch it because now my mind is just turning in all different directions. Who
Yeah, that's
knows?
crazy. Shout out to you, Sterling K. Brown, and the rest of the cast of
Mike
Paradise.
Fogelman.
Oh, Mike Fogelman them. Okay, Mike them. Okay. Well, now you want to go ahead and take us out?
Hey, watch Paradise so that we ain't over here feeling crazy. Because I mean, I don't know. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust them anyway. But with this, it makes it even worse because this is really real. Is it just a simulation?
Is it?
Is someone controlling my controller? Because I
Because it
don't
was
know.
70 degrees the other day. Then it's 42 today.
That's why I can't get right. That's why I'm sick now. Nose dripping. I've been doing a good job of covering it up while I'm here, but we'll be back to talk about something soon. But let's do a quick little whatever episode we do next. We'll just talk about quickly what happened in the finale, and then we'll talk about whatever.
That probably should be our
versus?
episode, though.
Oh,
wait, what was the verses? What was the verses again? Tank versus
Tank and Tyrese.
And when is that?
That is Thursday.
Is that Friday? Thursday?
Thursday or Friday?
It's in March though, right? The 27th.
Yeah, it's this week. This week.
Okay, got you.
Okay. Well, we'll see y'all next time. Let us know y'all Paradise stuff. Bye.
Bye.